Welcome to Talk to Him, a show where we discuss self-help strategies, money, music, fashion, education, health, relationship, business, and how it all links to financial success. Be sure to hit that like button and also that follow button as well too. And while you're at it, share with your friends, folks. It costs you nothing to share, right? I'm your host for this show. My name is James Levesque. Talk to him. Come vibe with me. We got a special guest in the studio with us today. We got my main man, Dom.
What's happening, bro?
Dom, how you feeling, brother?
I'm all right, brother.
Good to see
Always
you,
a
man.
pleasure, man. Thank you for having me.
Nah, man, for real. Thank you for pulling up, bro.
Oh,
I
man,
know you got a long day.
Hey, man.
You know?
My dog told me to come out. You came to my show, so I just figured I'd return the favor, man. It's all
I
love.
appreciate
It's all
that,
love.
bro. I appreciate that, man. You know, so let me tell you a little bit about Dom. You know, he's an actor. He's a podcaster as well too. He's a stand-up comedian, and you know, he's just the overall good brother, man. You know what I mean? Overall good guy. You know, been
Definitely
doing his
trying.
thing. So me and Dom, we just finished our film. It was called All Love, right? And man, the premiere was super dope.
That was a dope
experience. You know, how was that experience for you, bro?
I've been a part of a few screenings before.
Yeah.
But honestly, I ain't never had it done that big before.
Yeah.
And, like, to be the talent, like I've been a part of like the crew before, or like people that have actually worked on the film, and it's like I was more so working in that sense.
Yeah.
Like even at the screening, there'd be certain things I couldn't do, you know what I mean? And to experience from like the side of the talent, where like people are interviewing me and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Man, that shit was, sorry, I don't want to cuss.
You can
Can I
curse, yeah, bro. You can
bro, that
speak
shit was
it.
amazing.
Yeah,
That was amazing. Shout out
Yeah.
to Chuck and everybody at Iconic Conception, man. Thank y'all again for the opportunity. But
Yeah.
that was huge, bro.
Yeah,
That was huge
it
for
was
real.
for me, bro. It was. I've been in a couple of stuff. I've been going at this for a little bit, man. But this was just an amazing experience. You know, I got to meet a couple of like yourself, a couple of different castmates that was just doing their thing in the community, and a sold out show, bro. The premiere was sold out.
Amazing.
Everybody was, it was really the red carpet, bro.
Yeah,
you know what I
man.
mean? And I was like, wow, and it's amazing to me when I see, brothers just getting together, putting their minds together to create something incredible.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To create something incredible. So for me, it was all, it was all black production. Everything ran smooth.
Yeah.
And I knew this is when I knew, I was like, yo, this is pretty serious. When we first hopped on the Zoom, right? And I seen Chuck's mic, his microphone.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, this dude's mic is crazy, bro.
Serious business, man.
So I was like, yo, my man's on point. You know what I mean? He's seriously on point, But yeah, man, how did you feel about watching yourself on screen, bro?
All right, so I said this a couple times before.
Yeah.
I'm a camera whore, bro. So like anytime I see a camera lens or anytime I know there's a camera lens gonna be there, I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
Because I love seeing myself on the camera. And it's not like a vanity thing or anything like that. It's just, I guess as a creative or in the space that I'm in, it's something that I have to embrace, and I noticed that a lot of people don't. Like even when like I may need help with like something in production, certain people like camera shy, and it's like, brother, listen, if you want to get to where you want to get to as a creative person, you're gonna have to embrace that camera.
That's true.
You know what I mean? So
That's true.
I love making the most of what I can out of it. Like
Yeah.
I'm always joking. I'm always on. So being on screen and seeing myself, I look forward to that.
Nah, that was dope, bro. That was dope. For me, it was like when I was watching the film, because we had did it a little while ago, right? We had, we did the screening, we did the shot the scenes like a while ago, and I was watching it. I was like, I look like I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, especially your scenes. Your scenes was like,
yeah,
you had a character that wasn't so like over the top and like loud and all the time. So it's like, even the subtleties of your movements is like, damn, this dude's character is like
crazy,
serious
right?
business.
You think I did a good job, bro?
Yeah, bro.
Yo.
And I didn't know like your character was as deep as it was. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, because when I met you on set, I would just see them like, I mean, it's out now, but I would just see them like treating you like a scram.
Right.
So like when we got to the finale, and I see you dressed in all black with the, you know what I mean? I'm like, wait a minute, hold on.
You done switched it up, man.
Yeah. So
we switched it up. Yo, so all love, folks. All love, right? This is this film. The premiere, we just did it, last weekend was out. And, support that. You know what I mean? Support that. It's, I think, we're going to be coming out with a lot more
for sure.
projects and everything, man. So please support that because, it's an opportunity for, young, up-and-coming talent to, show them what it is that we do, especially out here in Boston, man. You know what I mean? A lot of time people sleep on Boston. They think ain't nothing popping out here. They think, you know what I mean? Like, people don't be thinking there's black people in Boston, bro.
And like for people in Boston themselves to get over the Boston don't support Boston, it's cliquey and all that.
Yeah.
Honestly, from what I know, there's somebody from every section of Boston in this movie.
Yeah, that's
you know
true.
what I mean? There's even people from outside of Boston in this film. So it's like, as a city as a whole, like as a black culture of creatives as a whole, it would behoove us to get out and support things like this from each other.
Yeah.
Just to, one, kill that narrative and to grow the culture here.
That's
you know
true.
what I mean?
That's true. Yeah, because there's a lot of work comes into Boston, bro. You know what I mean? A lot of work, especially, with Hollywood, they building a lot of big production, all these things, man. So we need to be a part of that.
That's what
you know
I
what I
mean?
mean? We definitely need to be a part of that. And it's crazy too, because after the premiere, me and you got to kick it, right?
Yeah.
We got to kick it, and you was telling me some stories about, about you being behind the camera, right? Tell us a little bit about that, man. What was some of the previous things that you've done before?
All right, so I'm a part of a creative called Star Power Entertainment. We are mainly Boston-based. So one of my homegirls I went to high school with, she started a collective. From what I seen, it seemed like it was like a little blog site where like, let's say you were an artist and you put out an album, somebody would like write up a review article. If like Lil Wayne and this person beef, and there'd be like an article about that. So it'd be like a kind of like a web-based magazine of sorts. I seen what she was doing, and she used to work at BET. Sorry if I'm putting your business out.
Yeah, that's all good.
But she used to work at BET, and like I would see her like interacting with celebrities or whatever the case is. I'm a hip hop nerd. Like I'm a rap nerd. You know what I mean? I'm a '90s baby.
Yeah.
And I can't tell you when I fell in love with the hip hop culture. It's just been here for me. You know what I mean? That's just my existence, my experience. I relate to everything that. So I say that to say, once I seen somebody I knew kind of with their foot in the door a little bit, I'm a worker, bro.
Yeah.
So however I could have got in, I was gonna do it. It could have been weekly sneaker reviews she could have asked me to do, could have been anything. So I wrote up a little paragraph, told her I liked what she was doing, I appreciated what she was doing for the culture. Being as somebody that grew up around her, I loved what she was doing for her.
Yeah.
That led to me a small little internship where I was responsible mainly for the articles. Then after the articles, I want to say about a year and a half, 2 years-ish, we started doing like a little bit of like live productions in the city. We did an interview with a local rapper at a shoe store. The turnout for that was good. So then I guess that caused us to regroup. Then after regrouping, we did the articles for a little bit. We came up with like a little show series where we would go to like certain markets. We started off in Boston with a show called The Come Up. The first one had G.O.D., Joyner Lucas, Rosewood Bape, and another artist. It's Escape. Oh, Tony Bodega.
Wow.
Yeah. So we had a couple artists from like a couple sides of the city come out perform at Wonder Bar. And within that, we would shoot like little promo clips for each artist, right? Now, if you're an artist, especially like an up-and-coming artist in your early 20s, late teens, and you just are trying to get out the mud, somebody put together a fire like marketing package for you.
Yeah.
That's gonna stroke your ego a little bit, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you like words.
Yeah.
Shoot, we need that.
Yeah. And my man Lionel, he is a beast on the video camera.
Really?
Like, yeah, he is super nice with the camera work. Yeah. So when it's quality work, and everybody's liking it or whatever, and the turnout started to be good, we just went from those. We went to Boston twice. We went to Philly. We went to Atlanta.
Oh yeah.
So like we started actually like traveling around and doing it. Rhode Island too.
Yeah.
And with all this video content, we like, hold on, we are building something here.
Yeah.
You gotta think, with camera work, you have behind the scenes.
Right.
So you're like, damn, we got all this like quality film. Even our behind the scenes clips, the stuff that we could like just clip up for the brand, was like, damn, we got some heat.
Yeah.
So
how many years ago was this?
I want to say between 2015 and COVID,
wow,
for sure.
Really?
Yeah, because we shot a film during COVID too.
Dang.
Yeah, like the beginning of COVID, we did shoot a film that is actually in the film circuit right now. So yeah.
That's what's up, bro.
Yeah, man.
Wow, that's a lot of work, man. You know what I mean?
All that, I was behind the scenes, mostly, doing like production supervisor work, and what made me, I'm sorry if I'm like stealing your questions.
No, go ahead, no, you good. Go off.
I had a conversation with my homie Star.
Yeah.
And she told me, like, look, we doing all this pivot and we growing. I do this, Lionel does that. Like, you write an article, but there may not be no space for you in this video world. So there has to be a place for you to like own a craft of sorts. You're 24 now, you're gonna blink and be 28.
Yeah.
And from 24 to 28, I promise you, that saying haunted me, because it's like, damn, I don't wanna like be in the library and not pick up a book, so to speak.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? Because I'm around all these people, I gotta learn something.
Yeah.
And if I don't, shit, I gotta at least have something that's mine that I can own and like make a creative way for myself out here. And on one of our first short film ever shooting, called Know Me So Well, I never met any of the cast members before. It was whole new people to me.
Yeah.
Somebody was from like overseas in the UK somewhere, but me meeting all these different people and them learning my personality, they're like, bro, you're funny as hell.
Super funny, bro.
You should like do something with this. And I always wanted to do stand-up and things of that nature.
Yeah.
But this fear.
Yeah.
In that,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And me being around people that's like, wait, you're in movies? You're from over here? You guys don't know me from a can of paint. There's nothing telling you, oh, I gotta stroke this guy's ego.
Yeah.
He's not even a director on this film. He's just on the behind the scenes asking me if I need anything. So, okay, I'm funny, so now I gotta own that gift. And I just been 100 miles running ever since, bro.
Yo, so let me ask you this, right? Like, so once you got that was like your confirmation, like, yo, all right, I'm kind of funny. I'm just me being just me, right? Like, when did you decide, like, yo, you know what? I'm just gonna go on stage, overcome that fear, and I'm just gonna do it, bump it.
All right, so I was getting out of work. I used to work for the T, right?
Yeah.
I was leaving work, and I got a homeboy that honestly grew up across the street from me. When I was leaving work, I seen him walking down the block, and he was like, I'm about to go do stand-up at this little place down the block. If you want to come, you can either watch or you can get you some time. It's whatever you want to do. But you're more than welcome. I went with him, and I watched. Now, with comedy for me, it's like, I don't write down anything.
You come off the top of the dome. Yeah.
But it's like a psychology thing a little bit, because it's like, all right, if it offends you, the engineer might laugh.
Yeah.
If it offends him, it might make you laugh. If it offends both of y'all, somebody who just walked past might hear it and, oh, that nigga's funny. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's what I learned. It's like, okay, I can watch a couple people go and tell their jokes, and I'm just looking, reading the room, like, and it's not to talk down on nobody, but it's like, oh, I'm funnier than that.
Yeah.
Okay, they're laughing at that. I can do that.
Yeah.
Okay, so then that built my confidence. And then weeks after, I just went back, and that's how the stand-up thing, actually, that's how I started getting stage time.
Wow.
And then one of my homeboys, my lifelong friend, my boy Greg, he was doing Forex at the time. It was probably like 2019.
Yep.
He had an event, and he was like, yo, we got 5 minutes for you if you want to do the stand-up thing. I know you don't really get down with the Forex, but if you want to do the stand-up thing, we got some space for you in the crowd.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I bet, whatever. And I went there, and I think that 5 minutes turned into like a good 15 minutes.
Wow, really?
Yeah. So I'm like, oh, I can do this.
Yo,
I can do
that's
this.
crazy. Wow. Yo, so have you ever gone on stage and you bombed?
Yeah.
For real?
Yeah, that was actually the last time I went on stage. The last time I went on stage, I bombed, actually. I haven't been on stage since I bombed.
Really?
Yeah. And it's not like a confidence thing.
Yeah.
It's just like, I don't know, bro. Like, the acting bug hit me. I'm not gonna lie to you. I've been finding a lot of acting roles where it's like, my creative juices are fulfilled more or less. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want to do some stand-up, though. I'm definitely open to it, but that's a bad feeling when you bomb.
Yeah.
Definitely a bad feeling.
Oh, man. I can't see you bombing, though.
That's the thing. I couldn't see me bombing either because I'm so confident and just like, do it. But I'll tell you how it went. So I went to like a rap show. I think there's a podcast called Toast of the Town. If I'm not mistaken, that's what it's called. They was doing it live at this place called The Jungle, in like Somerville, something like that.
Yep.
They had a rap portion of the show where like some rappers would go on, and I had asked the host, like, yo, you want me to come and do some stand-up? Now, if you're gonna have me go on and do stand-up, put me in like a stand-up show or like have me in like a place where it's like, you know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
People are looking to hear somebody talk to them. He had me go on right after some rappers, bro. And it's like, Boston already kind of cliquey. So like, if you come there like 15 deep with your friends and you, after your set, they're gone.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? And like the people that were actually there to see me do stand-up, they were right in front of the stage, like. And it's like, the lights were like big like this, so like people that were by the bar, I couldn't see. Like, it was just bad. It was bad times. Like,
Oh, snap.
but I wouldn't say I bombed, more so as I just didn't feel comfortable on the stage, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't think nobody booed me, but it was just like.
It wasn't up to your standard.
It was an uncomfortable environment.
Yeah.
I don't got no standards, bro. I'll perform in front of anybody.
I feel you.
You know what I mean?
I feel you.
But I'm not Dave Chappelle. I'm not Kevin Hart. I know that I don't really have the luxury to be like, oh no, 4 people?
Hell yeah. Nah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I know that was uncomfortable. For sure. That was very uncomfortable.
Yo. You know I got some trivia for you, bro.
Oh, let's do
We
it.
always do some trivia over
do it.
here, you know. I would give you some easy one. Where does rain come from?
The clouds.
Okay. Ding. All right. Okay. What do you call a baby goat?
Me.
A
What do you call it?
kid.
Really?
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it's called, man. All right. Who is the Greek goddess of love?
The Greek goddess of love. It's not Cupid's the little baby.
No.
I don't know.
Aphrodite.
Really?
Aphrodite. Yep. Aphrodite. All right, let's get into this, man. How was your upbringing, bro? Like, did you grow up in Boston? Like, how was your upbringing?
So I did grow up in Boston / Randolph.
Yeah.
Like I lived in Boston like my young childhood.
Yeah.
And then as I got older, I moved to Randolph. My upbringing was pretty cool, bro. Like I can't say it was any worse than anybody else's. You know what I mean? I was broke, like most people.
Yeah.
but I wasn't like hurting like outside. Like I gotta do the worst things. No.
To get some money.
Yeah,
Yeah,
nah,
absolutely.
But I wasn't really like complaining for nothing. Like,
Was you raised by your mom, dad, both
yeah,
parents?
So I would say both because my pops skated when I was 2, came back when I was 13.
Okay.
That didn't really affect much. My mom, legally blind in one eye, she held it down though. Like she held it down. She did everything possible in her grasp to make sure my childhood was smooth, bro.
Yeah.
I didn't want for much of anything.
Yeah.
So that's why I can say like my childhood was okay. I didn't want for nothing, bro.
How's your relationship with your dad now?
My dad cool, man. My dad cool. I haven't spoke to him since like a year ago, but he cool. As far as I know, it's my guy. I love him, man. I don't hold nothing against him because one, you always gonna hear stories from one side about the other.
Yeah, that's true.
Probably vice versa, right?
Yep.
So as I got older, it was like, okay, I would hear these stories, and then I'll be around my dad, and it's like, he's not that guy.
Yeah.
And then as I got older, I realized, like, okay, I'm never gonna hear what
really happened. Yeah.
So I can just understand that that's my father. I love him. All that stuff ain't none of my business, no way.
For real.
You know what I mean? So, hey, man, you ain't never done me nothing wrong.
Yeah.
And I know that to a certain degree, I can rely on you. And I know what I can't rely on you for. So
That's true.
It's all good, man. You know what I mean? Just as a man, I'm not gonna hold that against you.
Yeah. What's like your favorite childhood memory?
I got a lot, man. I got a lot of childhood memories because I spent a lot of time with my cousins. Like when I was a younger kid, I spent a lot of time with my cousins at my grandma's house. So I'll probably say the worst times of my life is probably the best times of my life because it was just so damn fun. Like we were broke at my grandma's house. We had roaches. I'm not saying that to make my grandmother.
Everybody had roaches.
Yeah. But like the way my grandmother had roaches, bro, for a little spell, bro, it was kind of bad. Like the roaches weren't even hiding from company or nothing, bro. Like, they weren't hiding from company. They weren't like, you know what I mean? And I can't even say like the house was crazy dirty or nothing like that. Because it wasn't like, I didn't live like as bad as certain things I've seen. But there was just roaches there. And it was, bro, when I tell you, my grandmother took like custody of a lot of her grandkids. Yeah. And I salute my grandmother for that. But she had a lot of her grandkids at the same time. And then you gotta, she had a house, so all the other grandkids would come over. Yeah. So I was literally surrounded by my cousins, and it was the worst times, but it was the best of times for real.
I definitely understand that, bro, because, you know, I can relate to that, man. I remember I used to just growing up, going to New York, chilling with my cousins, and just learning about, you know what I mean? This was just fun stuff, man. So you got a podcast, right?
Yes, sir.
Your podcast is called Everybody Got a Podcast.
Everybody Got a Podcast, baby. Yes, sir.
Yo, and I thought I was like, when I first heard the name, I was like, yo, that's smart. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody do got a podcast, right? Why'd you name it that? Anyway.
All right, so full disclosure, I smoke tons of weed. And I like to do a lot of work, but I don't really like to do a lot of work. You know what I mean? So like my homeboy, he has a network. Shout out to my man Cowboy347. He got a network. I grew up with him too, and literally he's like one of my older dudes from from Randolph. He always used to look after me a little bit. Mm-hmm. But real positive brother, man. Real into the church and all that. He probably gonna kill me for saying that because he don't want to seem too churchy, but. That's what it is, bro. Spiritual. Yeah. He got a network. He seen that I've been doing my thing, and he reached out like, "Hey, bro, you want to do a podcast? You got the time or the bandwidth or the interest in a podcast?" And I said, "Yeah." He was like, "All right, well, we're gonna have a couple Zoom calls, and I'm gonna put you down." And lo and behold, a couple Zoom calls later, I got a nationally syndicated podcast now.
That's what's up,
yes,
bro.
Sir. Thank you, man. Thank you.
Congrats on that, yes, man. I like that. We got to connect with him, yo. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? With dude Kevin, because, you know, if he got a network, we could do some stuff. You know what I mean?
Just make it happen, bro.
Where can people listen to it, to your show?
Everywhere you can find podcasts. Spotify, Apple, iHeartRadio. Mm-hmm. Everywhere you can find podcasts, man. I don't got a YouTube yet. That's a lot of work.
Yeah.
That's and I do everything for the most part on my own. Mm-hmm. Shout out to my 2 camera guys though. But everything else I do on my own. And I like it because I'm learning so much. You know what I mean? And that puts me in like a whole different like frame of mind.
Yeah.
Like all the time. Like I'm always thinking of like business things now.
Yeah.
I look at things from I don't want to say like a boss because I don't want to make like big head myself, but that's how I look at it though.
Absolutely, yeah,
you know
as a
what I mean?
business, yeah.
So it's like, and that's just the way I approach everything. So if I'm gonna do it, like I want to be able to do it. Like my IG, having a personal Instagram and a podcast Instagram, it's a lot, bro. I be on social media a lot, and I hate the internet now.
Yeah,
I hate it, bro.
Yeah, we was talking about that on Sunday. I
Yeah.
mean, when we was chilling, man. You know, like, yo, have you ever taken like a social media fast? Just get away from it. You know what I mean?
And
I've been thinking about. I mean, I've taken like 3 days.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, away from social media. But then I'm like, yo, like, it might have to be a little bit longer. You know what I mean? But even when I take those 3 days and I come back, I'm like, oh, okay, you know, I feel a little bit refreshed.
Because for some reason, and I don't know what type of content you ingest on the regular.
Yeah.
But like, there's just a heavy negative, like, I don't know what it is, bro.
Yeah.
And I ingest a lot of like comedy and sports and stuff all the time. And it's like, in between that, like sorry everybody that I know. I love y'all to death. But like, the personal stuff, like,
Oh yeah.
people's lives, bro, are really heavy to take in all the time.
For real.
You know what I mean? And
It's like a lot of energy too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like, to balance my personal social media and the professional social media, that's a lot of social media ingesting, bro. And I be going crazy. So like, I can do it because I can kind of sort of like take a break. But with YouTube, that's something you want to like eventually monetize off. And I feel like consistency.
You can't take a break.
Yeah, I would need that consistency, and I don't have the time to be that consistent right now and focus on that and do it right anyway. Like I have a video with probably like 200 views, 176, and that's cool to see small growths and just to get the numbers. But if I want to do it the right way, I would probably need more time to do it, and I don't want to short myself.
That's true. I like that. That's absolutely true. Trivia. It's trivia time. All right. What year was Barack Obama elected?
2008.
Ding, 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 ding. Okay. All right. I've been giving you easy questions, bro. Let's see. Ooh. Let's see if you know this one. Who was the Queen of France during the French Revolution?
Not Elizabeth. Is it Elizabeth?
Close.
Darn. I feel like I know this because I know the king was like the 16th or the 14th or something like that.
It was Marie Antoinette.
Okay, I was really gonna guess that.
It was Marie Antoinette.
Yeah, because I know the king was like the 14th or the 16th or something like that.
Yo, my next question was, what advice, right? Because we're going to wrap it up. What advice would you have for someone who wants to start a podcast, right? What advice would you have for them?
Well, it depends on what they want to do for their podcast.
Yeah.
But I will tell you that we're in the internet age, man.
Yeah, this is a technology age.
We're in the internet age where, like, you're literally one listen, one stream, one anything away from the right person hearing the right piece of content and you getting the way you got to go.
For real. That's true.
And that's the mindset you got to have in this. I'm a risk taker because of I have like the comedian label on me, so I can be a little free.
Yeah.
But I feel like definitely take chances, man. Don't like be too shy.
Yeah.
Bruh, because you are blocking your own blessings, man. Like you miss every single shot you don't take.
That's true.
That's the realest quote like ever, man. And what do you have to really lose if you ain't where you want to be at?
That's true. A lot of time people be in fear of what other people's gonna think, all these different things.
Man, listen.
I mean, I just don't care.
If Denzel Washington tell you dope, why do it matter if nobody from your high school listen to your shit?
That's true. That's true, bro.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, there's, depending on who you ask about me, you gonna hear a laundry list of things. But the people that are casting these films,
Yeah.
and
They rocking with you.
and are making these opportunities happen for me,
Yeah.
hey man, I don't care about nobody who is not making no opportunities for me. You know what I mean?
For real.
Because at the end of the day, why would I stop what I got going on for somebody who's not making opportunities for me?
Absolutely. I
You
like
know,
that.
so.
I like that. I like that. I like that approach. All right. Final question, right? What is one thing Dom can't live without?
Whew, child. All right, I would say weed. I would. I'm gonna look in the cameras and all that. I would say weed, but I'm not. I'm gonna keep it kind of sort of. I can't live without like freedom.
Freedom.
Without the freedom to like create and be myself,
Yeah.
I would probably go crazy. And I'm so grateful that with every project that I've ever worked on, from even when I was like just a behind the scenes person, I had like freedom to be me. You know what I mean? I wouldn't have found out that I was actually funny
Yeah.
if I had to be, yes
Yeah.
sir, no, you know what I mean? So that freedom to be myself on set and to, man, that definitely
dope.
freedom, man.
I like that.
Definitely
I like that.
freedom.
I like that. Yo, Dom, thank you, brother.
Nah, man, thank you for having me.
pulling up.
Oh,
Yeah,
my
you out
God.
here- You out here dropping stuff.
I don't got to pay for that, right?
Nah, you good, bro.
Thank you
good.
for having me, though, bro, for sure.
Folks, thank you so much for rocking with us, right? It's your main man, Jay. You know, please make sure you like, comment, right? And share. You know, it's a small act. It's a small act to you, but it means the world to us. Live, love, light. I'll holla. Peace and blessings.